Jean Pascal defeats Marcus Browne via 8 round technical decision. Okay, there was a headbutt in the 8th round. Bad enough headbutt caused a cut on Marcus Browne, and the referee obviously waived time on the fight, so went to the scorecards, and all three judges scored this fight 75-74 for Jean Pascal. Okay, let's talk about this fight. Now, I wasn't at all interested in this fight when I heard it was announced because Pascal, as far as I was aware, he retired 2 or 3 years ago now, was it? But he obviously came back, had a few fights. I think he fought Dimitri Bivol, and I think he fought someone else as well. So at this stage, he was kind of just more so a high-level journeyman slash gatekeeper. So when I found out he was fighting Marcus Browne, who, I think Marcus Browne's a good, solid light heavyweight, but I wouldn't put him in the kind of world level bracket. I just kind of thought, okay, this is a reasonably straightforward win for Marcus Browne. And looking at the first few rounds, Browne was doing what he normally does. He boxes in the back foot. He is a very fast light heavyweight, Browne, very fast. But Pascal, he looked like he was there. Like, he didn't look like he was just looking to survive. It looked like he was kind of game. But you could definitely see that Marcus Browne was the sharper of the two, had the less miles on the clock, was a lot faster, and Marcus Browne was just controlling it, I thought. Going into, I think it was the 4th round, Browne got countered with a left hook by Jean Pascal, and he went down heavily, and he made a big mistake. He got up very quickly, where his legs still weren't recovered. Now, I've seen a good few Marcus Browne's fights, and I remember watching Hatman's post-fight review of Browne versus Jack when he fought Badu Jack there back on the Pacquiao Browne undercard. And Hatman said that he felt that Browne would beat Vodcek because he was then mandatory for Vodcek. And I completely disagreed with that, purely because I've seen Browne dropped a lot by guys who don't hit anything near as hard as Vodcek, including Jean Pascal. Jean Pascal's not really a puncher. And I've always felt that Browne, he has some good athleticism, he's got some good speed, but that chin is a question mark, seriously. He went down from a good left hook, to be fair, got up, saw out the round, and then going into the 7th round, he got caught again, this time by a right hand, which put him down. And again, that was another heavy knockdown. And the referee was very lenient in his count. He gave Marcus Browne a nice long count because he would stop every now and again to keep Pascal in the corner. But of course, when the fighting started, there was only about 15 seconds left in the 7th round. And again, Browne went down. It wasn't as heavy, but you could see that the writing was somewhat on the wall. And, obviously, as I said, going into the 8th round, there was the headbutt. It was a complete accident, because I know Marcus Browne, he has, had issues with the head before, but this was a complete accident. It was more so Pascal, actually, who was lunging in, to be honest with you. So if I had to put any blame on it, I'd probably put it at Pascal. But it definitely seemed like it was an accidental headbutt. So obviously, the 2 knockdowns helped. You have a 10-7 round and a 10-8 round, which really did help and, kind of swung the fight in Pascal's favour. I think, judging by how the fight was going with the 2 knockdowns in the round before, I think that Pascal was on his way to winning this fight anyway, personally. So that's kind of how the fight went. Browne, he loses for the first time as a pro. He has some good athleticism, Browne. He's some good speed. Decent puncher, but nothing special. But one thing I've always noticed about Browne, whenever I've seen him, is that he is a very dirty fighter. I've seen him hit on the break. I've seen him, deliberately headbutt. And I've seen him hit fighters when they're down. So I've seen Browne do a lot of things. And, I've seen referees be a lot lenient with him over the years. So, maybe this is, his karma for all that. But anyway, it's a good performance from Jean Pascal. He is now the WBA interim light heavyweight champion. And I think Browne was WBC mandatory. So I'm assuming that Jean Pascal may take over the mandatory position, in which case he will be mandatory for the winner of Beterbiev versus Vodcek, if that fight happens. So, the interesting times in the light heavyweight division. Jean Pascal, he's reignited his career. He's earned himself another payday, another crack at the world title maybe. Browne, I think it's back to the drawing board. Like I said, I wouldn't pick him over Vodcek. I wouldn't pick him over Bivol. No, I wouldn't pick him over Bivol. He'd be a lot bigger than Bivol, but I still wouldn't pick him over Bivol. Kovalev Yard, who knows? But the other champions, definitely not. So those are my thoughts on this. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe if you're new. And as always, I will talk to you after.